everybody, how you doing? If you are watching right now, can you just let me know in the comments if you're watching from LinkedIn or Twitter or YouTube or wherever? Just let me know in the comments where you are, because it helps me to know that everything is kind of getting trickled out correctly. If there's any problems with the sound, let me know. If there's any problems with the camera, you may need to double check the resolution if you're watching on YouTube. Sometimes YouTube defaults to 240. Check that out. And please do remember, we are streaming, so there might be a bit of buffer, hopefully not too bad. But please let me know in the comments if you are watching. Otherwise, I could be talking to myself and assuming, because it says I'm live, but I kind of need your feedback to let me know. It's Imran, Web Squadron. Second week back in the hot seat with the live chat, and it's great to be back. But I'm just going to wait a moment for any comments to feed in, because I always get a little bit paranoid that I'm talking to myself. So if I am live, please do let me know. So I'm just going to, if I go silent for a moment, it's just because I'm waiting for the comments to feed in, and I'm just going to double check if I have actually gone live. Am I live? Can someone let me know if I'm live? I believe I am live, so we are okay. And there's a good chance that there may be some people that haven't arrived. Ooh. You're live. Cheers, Dave. Your comments just come through. There seems to be a bit of a delay with why the comments aren't feeding through at the moment. So, here we go. They are feeding through. So, this is the part about going live that I actually do hate, because if you go live and you have like 10-15 minute killer time, or you got someone else checking for you, like you have a team of people, they can normally check when you're live or you're not live. Or when you're recording a video, you edit the pre and post bits out. But when you go live, you're always sat there and you're going, am I live? Am I live? And then you open up YouTube and you open up LinkedIn and you go, can I see myself? Am I out of sync? Is the sound coming through okay? Great to have you here, Dave. I mean, I have started a little bit early, about 3 and a bit minutes early. Today's topic is going to be about recurring income. Is that model dead? I'll let you know it's not completely dead, but I do want to highlight a few pointers about where I feel like people overlook some of the expectation and anticipation that comes along with the recurring model. So we will talk about that, but I'm not going to start up with that just yet, because I'm going to wait for a few more people to turn up. And look, if we don't have many people come in, don't worry, but we will be kicking off in about 3 minutes time. So if you want to go and grab a drink, because I've got this rubbish soda stream over here, it's a bit flat. I've had quite a good week, actually. So I've got I've got about 5 weeks left until my son will break up for summer holidays. So during the 6-week break, I'm not going to get much video work done. I've tried it before and it's always hit and miss, because when your son's at home, friends coming over, him going out, sorting out his food, there's always things going on. So I will be working, but I won't get much video work done. And at the moment, so far, I've recorded 9 videos this week, 2 more to edit. I'm going to do 5 more tomorrow. So that will round off a really glorious week of 14 videos recorded and edited. The plan is to get as many videos done, evergreen videos, in the next 5 weeks. When I have a 6-week kind of break off recording too many, they're always going out. Hey, Plorat. Hey, Ali Badai. Hope you're okay. Yep, go and get a coffee, my friend. You're going to need it. You're going to fall flat afterwards. Dave says, I think that's why some people use a 2-minute countdown timer. Yeah, do you know what, Dave? I have found, though, that this is from experience. So I tried it out a few times. And what I found was people were joining and then they were jumping off again. And you were never too sure if they ever came back or not. And sometimes the countdown, when it does the countdown and it counts down to 0, and then you start talking, sometimes there's like this intermittent delay even then. But you are right. I might start employing that again if I ever get around to it. Please do let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter. How has your week gone so far? How many of you were or are planning to go to WordCamp Europe? I'm not going to WordCamp Europe again. I got asked to go this year, declined. Got asked last year, declined. Got asked the previous year, declined. I have a lot of stuff going on, and it, it's people think I have a phobia of going outside. I am outside a lot, but I have a lot of work and I have family commitments as well. And I just don't think I can justify the cost and the time to go to WordCamp Europe for 3 or 4 days, whatever, and the impact it's going to have on me and other stuff I have got going on. I mean, I'd love to maybe go next year. I want to go. I'd love to have gone this year, but I've got to get things in place, and it's just unfortunate. And I think, Dave, you will agree with this as well, and I think other people in the UK will agree. It's about bloody time we had WordCamp Europe in England, in London, or somewhere. Um, it's fair that it does go around Europe. It's right that it does that. But I get this sneaky feeling that there isn't that much of an appetite to bring it to London or the UK. I mean, if it was in the UK, you betcha I'll be going there. Maybe we should organise our own WordCamp kind of London event. It's not WordCamp Europe, technically. It's not even WordCamp London, WordCamp UK. I don't know. Okay, so it's now 12, and I think I'll start talking about the topic. And don't forget, if you are joining in, please say hi. Go and send us a like. Go and send us a love statement if you want. And let me know if you're watching from LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube. So today's topic is about recurring income, okay? And there's a little bit of a problem in that, hey, Wesley, I'm okay. There is a little bit of this, what I call easy. How do I explain this? I had this all prepped in my head and I'm not getting the words out now. There is this easy option that gets put out there. Like, you want to become a web designer, you want to design websites, you could offer some logo design as well, and all of that, blah, 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 blah. But there seems to be this easy option that gets put out there a lot about the maintenance plan and the agreements you could have with a client. You could also have a hosting package, so you're not actually doing any maintenance, but you offer them like a space or a slot on your server. Maybe you're with SiteGround or you're with another third party, right? And you've gone for one of those packages where you could probably stick about 20 websites on there. Hey Eddie, a lot of hosts say if you pay so much, you can have unlimited websites. That's not true. It's never ever unlimited. You might get at most 20, 25 websites, because every time you add on a website, your storage space and your innodes get sucked up, okay? So let's say you've got a shared server, and then you take on a client, and they're not going to pay you for a maintenance plan, and you might not even build a website for them, but you offer them this like slot or space on your hosting. Or maybe it's not even your host, okay, but you're offering them some form of service, okay? Don't know if I'm explaining that very well. On that, you will make a recurring income. So if you have a maintenance plan, you make recurring income. If you have a slot on your hosting server, again, you're going to be making recurring income. So you could be making income for the hosting, income for the maintenance plan, or you may have the maintenance plan, which includes the hosting. You get where I'm going with this, okay? It's a very common thread that we see all the time. Hey, John, good to have you here. So it's very, very common for influencers and companies and people to promote the recurring income model. And it's almost classed as easy money. Because you could say to a client, hey, we'll host your website, okay? Your WordPress website, all of that. We've got a really good server. We'll even, you even get an email as well. You get 5 email accounts. You get daily backups. We even provide staging websites, and we'll update your plugins and all of that, blah, 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 blah. $30 a month, $100 a month, $50 a month, right? And then you can have the other type of client where they're not on your host, right? They are hosted by GoDaddy or Bluehost or Elemental Hosting or wherever. And you then look after the website. Again, they pay you monthly, $50, $30. You might do analytics as part of that, send them a report. It's easy money because that's how it's promoted. It's easy money, right? Money comes in and you may do 0 updates for them, right? They pay $50 a month or they pay all in bulk and they have 0 updates. Easy money. They have very few plugins. Again, really easy, simple to update. You know, you got daily backups. If the WordPress update occurs and there's a glitch, you roll back and everything's fine. Or maybe you do provide some updates, but they're so basic. They're like 5-minute job. Oh, can you just add this PDF in and swap it out? We got a form and we expect the user to read the form before they do something, right? Oh, every year we change the form. We got a client that does this. You just change the form. It's literally like a 5-minute job. It's not even 5 minutes. You add the PDF to the media library. I mean, you just change the URL for the button on the page, which now opens that PDF. Really, really simple, easy. Yeah. Just going to double check the comments. Dave is absolutely right. Unlimited is never unlimited. People always fall for that. John is right as well. The service and maintenance can be a key revenue model. And that's the thing that gets promoted so much. By the way, do let me know if you like the second office layout. It's not a second office layout. My desk is over there in that corner of the room, right? I'm now in the other corner of the room. But do let me know if you do like this layout. I quite like it. It feels more homely. Feels quite nice. Anyway, back to the recurring model. It's easy money, right? Things coming in. You either do loads of work, and on top of the monthly income, you might get paid more because now you're doing a little bit more than what the monthly maintenance program said. But here is the problem. Does anyone want to second guess where you think I'm going with this? What do you think are the problems for why I think the recurring income model can actually become a problem for you? Why it's going to affect you and your business? At what point does it start to become a problem? So I'm going to let you have a think and just start dropping in some comments. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to check out our $1 business packs. If you go to the learnwebsquadron.co.uk website, you'll see the $1 business packs. They're only $1. It's cheaper than a bottle of Pepsi Max. Well, there again. By the way, for those of you that have seen the cookie bot video I did yesterday, right at the start where I ate into the cookies and basically spat them out intentionally as well. It was all intentional. That was the 7th take. And my desk, I had to push my keyboard away and the mouse at the time I did this recording to make sure it didn't go all over the keyboard and all that. But my desk was covered in crumbs, okay? Because I was never sure if I got it right, but luckily it was a 7th take. So Brock says, hey, Brock, he says that it sucks up your design time. That is true, but that's not where I'm going with it. You're kind of right, but that's not where I'm going with it. Recurring model, says John. Sign at back talk about, what's this? Sign at back, recurring model and repeat model, sign at back talk. Oh, right, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. So have you seen that? Do you like the slogan, live, build, repeat? Or shall I change it to learn, build, repeat? I think learn works better. What do you think? Stick with live, build, repeat? Ding, ding. I can't get my finger right. That one over there. Or do we go with learn? Learn. Because it has the word earn. That's why I like the word learn. When you learn, you earn. But learn, build, repeat. Okay? What do you think about that? And repeat contains the word eat. And I'm actually very hungry, but I will eat later on. Eddie smashed the like button. Even I don't know yet if I'm going to... Oh, Eddie, you will love the show. All right, I am positive thoughts. I'm not going to bend a spoon. I've got a little screwdriver here for some reason. I don't know why this is on my desk. My wife must have put it there. I don't know why it's here. But I'm going to try and do some Uri Geller bending. Can't even bend it. This is really tough for something so thin. Amazing. Robocop screwdriver. Learn, build, live, repeat. I don't know if I've got enough. These are magnetic letters. I don't know if I've got enough letters to do learn, build, live, repeat. I'll have to double check. But yeah, learn, build, repeat. Does sound good. Learn, build, repeat as well. Excellent. Thank you. Right. So the recurring model. Here's where it becomes the problem. Let me give you a scenario. And if you have come across this scenario, let me know in the comments and let me know if you disagree or agree. I have a house. I took out insurance. This is a real life scenario, okay? And this happened 3 years ago. I took out insurance with a very well known home insurance company in the UK. And they offered insurance for your plumbing and your drains, all right? So if there was ever a problem, you could call them up and they would sort it out. And they made very clear they would sort everything out, blah, 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 blah. You know, they really sell it to you, but it's a very well known home insurance company, all right? I'm not going to say who they are for any libelous reasons, but we then had a problem with the outside drain. There was a problem, okay, because the entire street all connects into this one drain that runs down the street. You can't see it; it's under the ground, but there was a problem, and I know it's affecting other people as well. We didn't cause it, but the problem was affecting those neighbours, and it affected us as well. So I called up the insurance company. Remember, the insurance company, you pay monthly for insurance, a bit like the recurring model. So maintenance, you're kind of providing insurance to the client that, hey, yeah, we're going to fix all your problems all day and all night long. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Well, not all night long, because that would be a different type of an agreement, which we're not going to go. Or if they sat on your server and you don't provide maintenance, but you provide hosting, email, backups, all of that stuff, staging site, you're providing some form of insurance to them. You're providing something. So we've got this plumbing drains cover. There was an issue with it. All right. You call them up. They go, yep, don't worry. Don't worry. Yep. That falls under the cover, for what we say we will help you out with. So I was like, great. This is really good. Hopefully they'll come and sort out the problem. They then gave me a phone number, not an email, a phone number to another company. And they said they subcontract out elsewhere for the people who come and then look at it and do the work. At which point I'm like, huh? I thought you did all of this because that's what you say and advertise. Well, yeah, we do it as part of a subcontract. I then contacted that company that then said, we don't do this. We don't come out and look at this stuff. I then go back to the original home insurance company who then said, no, they should do. I then go back and the subcontractor goes, no, we don't. At which point I'm like, can you two just talk to one another and sort this out? Because you say who I'm paying, you do it. But the ones who say they are meant to do the work don't do the work. So who does the work? And what I'm trying to get across, by the way, in the end, I ended up going with a different company who came out the same day I took out different cover and they sorted out the problem in literally 10 minutes. They were like, yeah, hand goes in. They didn't really put their hand in. They put a couple of sticks in and they were like prodding and stuff like that, but they sorted it out. The point I'm getting at is if you are providing a service, a third-party reselling service onto a host, so say it's SiteGround, say it's GoDaddy, whatever host provider, Kinsta, you're providing a third-party service or reselling service to a client. When a problem occurs with the email or the host or the backup or something like that, the client is not going to give two shits when you turn around and go, oh, well, we don't know. It's not us. Sorry. We have a SiteGround server and we sold access to you to use it. But yeah, there's a problem. Sorry. Or SiteGround. I'm using SiteGround as an example. Not saying they've ever done this, but let's say they have an email problem and it affects all the emails. Let's say there's an outage with the server and it affects all the servers. Let's say Kinsta suddenly go and change something and now something you used to get, you don't now get. GoDaddy, whoa, we could go on about that. There's a problem there as well. If you did not make explicitly clear to the client that we're providing a hosting service, but we're not actually hosting your website. It's not like we've got a box in our room under the desk right now here. It's not like R2 is managing it for me or anything. Oh, sorry, R2, I moved your head. It's not like, you're the one putting the wires in and all of that. So when the email goes down, you go, yeah, okay, we can sort it out. Maybe there's like a malicious malware attack, right? The client is going to expect you to sort it out. So if you're selling the service because you want the recurring income, you need to make clear what you're providing. Okay, so we've been very clear with some of our previous legacy clients that we have a server, we give you access. But if there's a problem, we'll try and sort it out, but we may need to liaise with our original seller. So let's say it's a SiteGround server, and we can't guarantee that everything will be fixed, but we'll make sure we do our best, and we know the host provider will as well. Just going to double check the comments. Dave says, yeah, exactly. I'm not paying the subcontractor, so I don't expect. Yeah, exactly. Exactly the point I'm getting at, Dave. So with the insurance company, why should I have to contact the subcontractor? In fact, nowhere in their notes, and this is a very big, well-known, probably the biggest provider of home insurance cover for homes. They've been around a long time, okay, and they advertise. Oops, hit the microphone. They advertise a lot. They were expecting me via a phone call, wasn't even an email or a live chat service. I had to ring them up and like on hold and go, yeah, oh no, we don't cover that. It was such a major problem. Hey, Charlie Loves Tech. Exactly what John says there. Put it in the client contract. You got to make it clear. The same thing goes with a maintenance plan as well. You've got to make clear with the client what that covers. So if you say we'll do 3 minor updates, what could an example of a minor update to be? Give them the example. If there will be a cost for anything major or something that's beyond or outside the scope of a minor adjustment to the website, does the client know what that is? So if a client says to me, can I swap out an image? Yeah, minor. Can I swap out a bit of text? Yeah, minor. Can I rearrange the layout? Right? You got to stop and think here. Is it a 5-minute job? Like maybe swap them over. So you just reverse the row or reverse the column. And then in the mobile, you double check. Yep. 5-10 minutes, fine. That could fit minor. But if they suddenly now want to swap it and add something else in and maybe now jig around with something else, and now responsibly, you've got to refine it for the mobile and double check. And don't forget, if a client says swap out an image, that's pretty quick and easy to get sign off, right? They now want the layout, just one section that has like an image and text. They want to swap it and maybe add something else in and maybe a button. There's a little bit more now to sign off. And the client may then say, okay, this new bit of text, can we halve it? Oh, now you got to refine that again. At what point does the minor become a major and you now got to price it a bit different? Just going to double check the comments. John, by the way, I'm sorry if I'm sniffling. I just feel like I've got a bit of a sniffle there. Charges for engagement with host provider. Exactly. This is what you do have to make clear, right? Let's just say, I'm going to use an example, right? SiteGround, okay? They provide emails. So when you have a website on there or the domain, you get email as well. Your email is only going to have so much storage, right? And then you got to set up quotas. What if the client then says, oh, I want 30 emails? And you go, ooh, 30 email accounts. Ooh, yeah, okay, we can sort that out. But that's going in excess now. That's excessive. They're going to turn around and go, but you never said that. You said we move our domain over, the DNS name server. The website will be built on your server. And you said that if I move my domain over, I also get email accounts. That's what you said. You never said I was limited to 5 or 10. Because the client could easily say to you, but I work in a company and our company has 1,000 employees and we all have an email account. You know, I've now got 30 people in my side hustle business. I need an email account for them. You've really got to make this clear, because you don't want your credibility and your reputation to go through the gutter. See where I went there? The drains story with the insurance. You don't want it to go through the gutter because there was a bit of miscommunication or a misunderstanding. The minute you say to a client, we're going to provide emails, they're expecting you now to provide emails, whether it's one email or 100 emails, right? So you can't say, oh, that's not reasonable. It only becomes unreasonable when they are asking for something that is outside of what you said you would provide. If you said emails, you never gave him a number, right? But if you said at the start, you can have up to 5 emails, but every other email you want, there will be an increase in charge. I had one client once. I made clear to them they get 5. They then wanted 8. And I also made clear, okay, as long as you keep your mail boxes below 500 megabytes each. But they weren't. They weren't deleting their deleted. They weren't deleting some of their sents. Each one of them was going up to like 2-3 gig. And I went, whoa, hold up, right? I am now going to suspend all of your email accounts unless you manage it. They wouldn't do that. So I said, fine, now we're going to charge you more. They got unhappy and they moved elsewhere. But the thing was, I had the power and authority to do that because I made clear to them what you get and how much it's for. And they kept going beyond that. So I could cut them loose. I said, you either pay triple what you're paying now for your monthly maintenance. They weren't happy and they went elsewhere. I wasn't bothered because you know what? The impact of like 8 email accounts, 2 or 3 gigabytes each. They were sending these huge attachments to their clients. They were a construction company, really massive CAD drawings and stuff. And I kept saying to them, just stick a copy on your hard drive or something. Stop leaving it in your sent and deleted items. But they weren't listening. But I could seize back control. But if I hadn't made clear, they could have turned around and go, you never said that. You never said I have a limit, right? Let me just double check the comments before I carry on talking away there. Please don't forget to smash the like buttons over there. Ali, Badai, perhaps make an exit strategy plan clear as well as the outset. Yeah, you have to. You have to make clear what you're providing and at what point do you kind of... can you not state time? Do you mean like for the minor and major? Sorry if that was out of sync with what I'm saying now. Do you mean for the minor or major there? Abias, please do a video on pricing table, minus button and price change according to quantity. That's WooCommerce. That's kind of like WooCommerce, right? And if you are, this is a variation, Abias. So what you'll have is you might be selling like a subscription or a plan. And you may have like monthly, annual, whatever. So it could be a variation and it will very much depend on what gateway or what subscription software you're using. So you may be using WooCommerce subscription, paid membership pro, restrict content pro. It very much depends on what you're using there. Subin's from India. Can I get some foreign WordPress clients through SS? Look, you can get whatever you want to get based on what you do to get it. End of story, right? If you want to open a shop that sells ice cream and you open it in a street and you don't advertise or market yourself to people or let people you exist, they ain't going to come down the street to you because you're not on the shop. All the shops are 1 mile that way. And you're in your own house and you're selling it on your front door. The people in your street might know, but no one else does. So why are you not on Facebook? Why are you not joining niche groups? Why are you not marketing yourself? Why are you not promoting yourself as a brand? Don't say to people, I build websites. I'll build a website for you. There's a million website designers out. It's probably not a million. No, this probably is a million. It's probably a billion. But to just say I design websites, so what? What can you do for me? So if you want to try and get foreign clients, and you will, there's so many people that are working in countries around the world that are providing services for clients that are not in the same country. The bulk of my clients are from the United States. I have global clients, but the bulk are actually United States. In the last sort of like 4 years, it was more United Kingdom intentionally because we are marketing to United Kingdom or people in our local area or whatever. But it's massively switched now. It's about your outreach. It's about your brand. It's about putting the messages out there. Coffee Bot, how are you doing? Right. Just quickly go down and comment. John, conditional logic forms a forminator. Yeah, look, that's another idea that you could look at with regards to if you want to promote some services or let people know. So Forminator has a great like conditional logic built in. Again, variation, but it very much depends on kind of like what you were looking for or what you're planning to do. Charlie loves text. If you can include minor changes, I mean, I'm very clear to clients. Okay, in fact, it's a bit like when someone throws me a question, or they want me to work with them, or they throw a problem, and I kind of go, if I can solve it or do it, let me clarify. If a client wants me to do something and I know it's going to take me 5 to 10 minutes, fine. If they don't have a maintenance plan, fine. I keep hitting the microphone. Fine, I'll just go and do it. If, however, it's going to take longer, that's the point when I kind of go, no, okay, we're going to have to now, I'm going to have to price it up and go, yeah, I'll do it for you, but it's going to be $60 or $100 or whatever. I am based in the UK. The only reason I say dollars is because a lot of you can understand that more based on our audience that we have on our channel. If I keep saying British pounds, sometimes people are able to convey that against their own currency. So I'm just going to say dollars here. When it comes to work or requests, so people contact me and they send me this massive email. And they go, Imran, can you, look at this for us or work with us on this or create a solution? Or can you record a video on how to create a full-blown directory website? If I can't direct you to an existing YouTube video that I've created or someone else done, if I can't give you a quick 1-paragraph reply or even just dump some code in for you because I happen to have something, if I know it's going to take me a bit more time to answer, experiment, problem solve it, you got to pay my one-to-one consultation rate. And a lot of people go running at this point. In fact, some of them come back with a bit of an arrogant reply with like, oh, I watch your channel. I support you. I've liked all your videos. So what? Right? Just because you go to a restaurant every week, that's a rubbish example. There's a fish and chip shop, right? And I've been going to them for, let me get this right now, 12 years, okay? Because they're in Syston. And I don't go every week, but I would say 2 to 3 times a month, I may use that fish and chip shop. They're great. They're good, okay? They know me. I know them. I am not now going to walk into that fish and chip shop and say, hey, I've been coming like what? There's 52 weeks in a year. I've been coming about 48 times a year to you. You know me. I know you. I love your house chili sauce tub. It's 50p. I wish it was cheaper and I don't know, whatever. But I love it with the chips and the doner kebab and all of that. And the pucker pies, of course, John. Let's get that on screen. If you have not had a steak and kidney pucker pie, you've not lived. If you are vegan or vegetarian, I understand. But if you have not had a pucker pie, and I don't care what religion you are, if you have not had a steak and kidney pucker pie, you have not lived, okay? Piping hot. I feel like having one now. I am not going to walk into the store and say, based on, our relationship with me coming in and all of that, I want you to give me a pucker pie for free. Because they won't give it. I won't get it, and I'm going to feel like an absolute flipping fool for asking, even if the shop was empty. It's near closing time. The streets are empty as well. There's no one around, just a shop owner. And I walk in, and I'm like, I want a pucker pie. for free. They're not going to give it to you. All right. So the amount of times I get people sending me a direct message, Dave Den, if you're still here, do you ever get this? Anyone who does videos or whatever, do you ever get this? Hey, I watch all your videos. I love what you do. I support you. Can you now create a massive video on how to do XYZ? No, you pay a little bit extra. Anyway, we deviate a bit, all right? We deviated about minor, majors, and all of that. And the topic was more about the recurring model. I think the recurring model is great. You can make a lot of money or income. Sorry, you don't make a lot of money. It depends on your outreach and who you work with and what your clients are going to expect as well. But you can make easy money. Does that make sense? I actually am offloading a lot of our legacy clients because I am actually fed up of maintenance plans and old legacy clients that sit on our server. Because if there is an email issue, you got to go and double check. If there's a hosting issue, you got to go and double check. Maintenance, plugin updates. A lot of people say, but you could use InstaWP and you manage WP and all of these programs to just bulk update plugins. I do not like doing that. I did a long time ago. I do not like doing that because you could have 20 clients and they all have Elementor Pro, and they've all got Rank Math, and they've all got WooCommerce, and they've all got the Stripe gateway, and they may have the odd difference in plugin stack setup, but the bulk of them are very, very similar. The minute you do a bulk update for Elementor Pro or for whatever, right? 99% of the time, everything is good. Everything is sorted. There will be that odd occasion where something goes bleh, and unless you go in to double check, so let's say you got 20 websites and you update and you check one or two and go, yeah, it's cool. And then you go on and do something else. And then you find out that if you had bothered to check all of them, ding, 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 you would have found the fact that two of them over here, website 19 and 20, mucked up. And they are WooCommerce website and they have a lot of traffic, and that client, that customer just lost revenue, income, customer accounts. Something went wrong. And then you got to roll a backup, and oh no, the backup is 24 hours old. It's yesterday's backup. So when you roll back, all of the customer orders that went through that day before the update are gone, lost. Unless the client has got email records and then they can kind of stick that things back in. Gets very, 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 very messy, doesn't it? So I'm not a major fan of bulk updates. It's very easy to sell and go, hey, you can bulk update 50 websites all in one go. All it takes is one thing somewhere. Could be a WordPress update. Could be something so basic like the duplicate this plugin, which some of us use for duplicating pages. Basic one, right? It could be code snippets, right? And every website's fine. Your website's fine. You tested it. Fine. You had a staging website. But all it takes is one client website. And then your reputation sort of goes a bit like boom, because the client ain't going to care that you had 50 other websites, right? They're not going to care. Yeah, but I had this update and I had 50 websites I had to go and check. And, that takes a lot of time. And I had to pick my son up from school. And my Pepsi Max was getting, the fizz was going and it was going flat, and I had a bit of a tummy ache and I had to go to the toilet and I felt a bit sick. Client ain't going to care. All right? Just like The Rock says, it doesn't matter. I said that wrong. It doesn't matter. Client ain't going to care. Okay? Because the client is paying you for monthly maintenance or hosting or updates. They ain't going to care. Because I can tell you now, if I was paying someone $30, $50 a month, I couldn't give two shits if they had, I don't care if they fell out of bed the wrong way. I don't care if they didn't get their tea was cold. I don't care. I'm paying you for a service. And unless there was like a a worldwide problem, something that would affect loads of people, I expect you to sort it out and I expect you to have my back. You're the insurance, okay? So you got to be a bit careful of the recurring income model. It can work for you. Just make clear what you do and what you don't do, and just be very careful as well. Don't be like, I'm going to provide a hosting service, but I don't know jack shit about hosting, right? Malware, what are you going to do about it? You're going to contact the host provider. SiteGround, what do I do? Kinsta, what do I do? GoDaddy, what do I do? And you're now waiting for a reply, or they can't help you, or maybe you instigated it by installing something that the client never asked you for, right? Scenarios you got to think about, okay? You may have watched a video of mine, and I went, yeah, use this code snippet to improve the page speed of your website. And you go and stick it in, and it mucks up the website. You're like, Imran, I just used your code. It mucked up the website. I never forced you to use that code. I never forced you to update with the latest code snippet. I never forced you to go and get the latest WordPress update because it was available today. You could have waited a week, and even then it might have been a problem. You have to stay in control, okay? Because if you are starting off and you're trying to build a reputation for yourself with clients or word of mouth and testimonials, it matters. Like I'm telling you now, right? Okay. And if you just follow the recurring model blindly, oh, we'll make money on hosting, we'll make money on maintenance plans and all of this, but you do not spell it out, it could come back. So I want you, MD Jadan, sorry if I'm late. I saw your comment, but I was just going to I was just in mid-flow of what I was saying. Like MD Jadan says, yeah, quality means less customers to handle. Exactly. And I have enough website clients, okay, builds, okay. I call them one-off builds. They know that we'll build and we'll have like this window of opportunity after the build, 14 days or 30 days, whatever we decide with them. By the way, I do change it depending on the client. If it's a client that's been giving me a load of hassle, 14 days. If they're a client where we had a great relationship and I can see opportunities further on, maybe there's extra work, maybe they know people as well, then 30 days. But if there's any further work afterwards, there's a charge for it. Oh crap! Did I just shake the camera then? I don't think I did. There's a charge for it. Because I have found that when you go on a maintenance plan, by the way, if any of you have an amazing relationship with your clients when it comes to maintenance plans, please do share that in the video. And if anyone is watching from a plane, a train, or they're on their walkies outside and they're going to WordCamp Europe, I wish you guys all the best, but please do let me know that you're watching, and don't forget to smash the like button. Smash the like button like your life depends on it. I do get quite animated and passionate when I do these live chats. So for some of you that watch the videos, you're seeing a completely different side to me. But for those of you that have been joining the live chats since we started them properly in February 2021. No, not February 2021. February 2022 even. I hope you're enjoying them. And by the way, I forgot to put out an announcement. I actually forgot this, and I can't believe I forgot this. But on the 3rd of June, which was last week, we celebrated our 3rd year as a YouTube channel. Now, I started my YouTube channel in 2011 or 2010. But I used to talk about writing like fictional novels and tips and tricks for how you could be more productive and get around writer's block and strategize the planning of your novels and writing novels, basically. But I wasn't doing it regularly at all. And the most subs we ever had was about 50. And I just let the channel stagnate and drift off into the ember, really. And now I rebooted it in June the 3rd. Or was it June the 2nd? I have to double check now. I think it was June the 2nd, 2022. No, 2021. So third year, 3-year celebration. But we started the live chats properly in February 2022. I don't even know why I'm talking about the live chats. How did I get to the live chats? Can anyone remind me? Why am I even talking about this? I've lost my train of thought. I really have. John says that update and maintenance are an engagement and community. They are. They really, really are. I, however, have found that, if we go back 6 years ago, they were an income stream, a bit like a side hustle. It was great when you knew you didn't have to do too many updates for a website, or the clients they didn't have major expectations. So it was quite good. But over time, the more clients you take on and the more you have to kind of provide or do for them, it becomes a headache. It just becomes like something like, every other day there's an email that comes in and you go, oh, I've got to update this for them now. Oh, I've got to do that. And I am more vitalized or revitalized whenever I'm working on a new video idea or a new client, because I don't know about you, but can you think of how many of you have got clients that you're still working with when you first started building websites? And I'm going to use the word properly, because I've been building websites for 21 years now. And the ones from 21 years ago, we don't have anything to do with them. And the way and how I used to build them then is completely different now. But if you think back, say in the last 6 or 7 years, and the people you were building websites for then, if you're still in communication now, are you a little bit embarrassed? Here's my question to you. Are you embarrassed by the websites you built for some of your earliest clients that you're still in communication with? I am. I've got legacy clients, and I know I could massively boost and improve what they have now. The trouble is, though, I've mentioned it, but they don't want to do it. Because the trouble is, they are legacy clients from ages ago, right? And when it's ages ago, they pay. If this is what I charge for a website, this is what they paid, right? This is what I charged. This is what they paid, okay? They were low budget, because that's what you were charging then. That's the pricing strategy and the model you had. They're no way going to pay that much for a redesign. Why would they? The website works, people come, they get sales or leads or communication, or they showcase stuff as a brochure website. Why would they need to have a redesign, right? But aren't you flipping embarrassed whenever you have to go back and do an update? You know what I mean? Like, there's this one website we got. Every time I have to do an update on it, I am so like, oh, I want to redesign it. I want to do it with containers. I want to get rid of the sections. I want to kill off some of the old plugins and add in different, better stuff. I want to improve the page speed performance. But the client, because they were low budget, right? They were low budget. In fact, I'll tell you what they paid. They paid £480. And I think that works out to about, $600 or something like that. There's no way they're going to pay, let me work it out, based on the current rate, $3,000 for a basic website. They're not going to pay that. But every time I go into that website, I am embarrassed by it. But at the time we built it, it was great. It was fine. It did the job. But over time, you learn new methods, or you have more at your disposal, and you feel more confident and empowered in yourself to increase your charges. Just going to check the comments coming in. So MD Jan, what would you do if there was a new feature that needs the plugin paying? How much time would you give for the client to pay for that plugin and the service of said member? If they need it, or you think they need it, you let them know, and you discuss it. Is there an alternative free solution? If not, you say, look, you got to go for this. Maybe the plugin has gone from free to premium. You let them know. Look, I'm really, really sorry. but it's not your fault. Here's the other thing you got to remember, okay? It's not your fault. So say, let me break it down to you, right? I'm a restaurant. I provide fish and chips. You come to my shop every week and you pay $5 for fish and chips. All of a sudden, the cost of potatoes goes up and the fish I was getting has doubled in price. I've now got to kind of think very hard and I go, right, it's now going to be $10. You might come in and go, well, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. So if the free plugin now becomes the premium plugin and you got to pay for it, you got to pay for it. That's just the end of, that's what it is. Is there an alternative solution? Yes, there is. To implement it might take me a bit of time. So do I absorb that and say, look, I'll do it for you, one off, sort it out? Or do you say, look, we're going to have to change it. Here's the cost for doing it. Again, the client might turn around and go, well, I'm not happy. That's life. That literally is life. Okay. It's like petrol. Okay. It's like petrol prices go through the roof. You don't like it. You don't get petrol. You can't drive your car. You got to deal with it. So I would like to think that clients and people are mature enough to understand that. And if not, that's a conversation between you and the client at the end of the day. You know, that's very good, John. Yeah. The trouble is, though, some of these clients I've got, and these are old clients, okay, legacy clients, because the website, because they're not selling anything and it's just like a brochure website, but don't care, which is almost like the scenario where you have some websites that are clearly built 30 years ago. Do you remember the style of websites from 1995? They literally look like that. They've never been updated. But because the client doesn't really care or they're happy, but just don't care, do they? What am I having for dinner tonight? Believe it or not, I'm actually just going to have some lentils. So my wife cooked some lentils, dal, if anyone understands that, which was really, really, really nice. Normally, she is rubbish at cooking lentils. If my wife is watching this, you know this is true because we've spoken about this for about 20 odd years. But she cooked this really nice lentils. So we're going to have that. I was going to have some burgers tonight. And the whole idea of pucker pies has got me salivating. But I'm just going to have the lentils. Mainly because when you have really nice dal or lentils, right? And it's hot, like piping hot, as in not spiciness, but heat. Like it's really nice and hot. And you just have a couple of slices of like bread. I don't always go for naan bread and stuff because the amount of carbs in it. I do think about my carbs and calories, right? But when you have it piping hot with some bread or something dipped in, ooh, boy, does it warm you up inside. And the weather lately in the UK for the last couple of days has been a bit chilly. There's been a bit of a chill bite to the weather. So having something nice like that really does warm you up. Shills, dal, rice, lentils, and stewed chicken is the boss. MD Jan, hey Paul, how you doing? I'm only going to be live for about 5 more minutes, I think. Mainly because I'm starving. I haven't actually eaten all day. So today, don't know if you can see. You probably can't see it. Don't know. No, I don't know if you can see it properly. No, it's not. There you go. Look, there we go. 1,573 calories burned today. Treadmill running, activity, walking my son to school. And I did some other work this morning and I was on the treadmill, blah, 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 blah. And I haven't eaten. I have not had a bite to eat today. I've had drink. So I'm actually famished. Hey, Mark Zimanski, how are you doing? But yeah, Amdi Jadan, yeah. Yeah, so what Mark is saying there, sorry, I got caught in something thinking there. I prefer to work with clients and people who are in it for the long run. The old days, when you're starting off to freelance a bit more, You just want clients. You don't often care about their business or what their plans or dreams are for the next 5, 10 years. You just want to build a website. Deep down, and I think we can all be honest here, you don't give a double D shit about whether their business is successful or not. You hope the website helps them, but you just want to build a website. This is years and years ago, but about before the pandemic, so it would have been 5 years ago now, ish. I changed direction and trajectory. So I wanted to work with clients where they have ambition and an aim. Because when they grow, hopefully they come back to you to develop and grow their website. They will hopefully network and meet other people as they grow because they got longevity. They're out there, they're advertising, they're marketing. And if you know those websites have a dream and an aim, when they market, if you've been able to get designed by Web Squadron or whatever on the website, there will be traction. There will be word of mouth referrals. So when you work with clients where there is, a longevity in them, the relationship grows as well. They want a bit more. They want to develop. They want to evolve their website. They may even have a completely different idea for a different business or a website. They might come back to you. They may have kids and relationships. Yeah, relations. I said that right. So if anyone is watching this on replay, okay, or not, don't forget to smash the like button. Go and check out our $1 business packs on our website. Link is in the video description. The recurring model is great if you do it right and you protect yourself, okay? But don't go into it blind thinking, I'll charge for hosting, I'll charge for maintenance plans, and I'll make sure I do as little as possible. Because when it comes back to bite you, or you get caught out, and then they let other people know, and then they let the world know. These days now, when someone is wronged, they don't just keep it to themselves. Oh, I'll let my wife know. I'll let my son know. He's 5 years old. He ain't going to understand, but I'm going to sit him down and say, son, when you're older, you never get an extension built by that builder. I know you don't understand. I know you love playing with Lego, but you never get an extension built by so-and-so, right? Now, when someone is wronged or pissed off or unhappy, they let the world know. In fact, if that company is on Twitter, I just tried to contact you and I was on hold for 50 minutes. Why is the server down? Why is my internet not working? My Pepsi Max was flat. Not enough sugar. Why have you cut the calories on my favorite food? Why has my box of Maltesers shrunk from that big to that big? I used to get 50 Maltesers in there that I could chuck in my mouth, and now I only get 10. What the heck is going on here? How dare you? People now let the whole flipping world know. And you don't want to be the one caught out. You could argue, yeah, but so what? I can still get away with it. It catches up with you, all right? And if you're working in a local area, if you're building websites for hairdressers in your area, did you know there's 27 hairdressers in our area? Because I actually walked down and counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 27. How much hair do people grow? But obviously supply, demand, and some will fail and some will profit, but there's people out there. Let's say you're building websites for hairdressers and you're getting a bit of a reputation. You don't want to be that company that mucked up, okay? Just going to quickly check the comments because I will be ending the live chat very, very shortly. Tufik, how you doing? Sorry I didn't say hi to you. Coffeebot, take care. WP Tuts. Bum, 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 bum. This is major, okay? This is major. And I mentioned it earlier in the live chats. Email services, right? Because I know this whole thing about shrinkflation, right? Offering email services is super easy until you have an MX record issue, or the server issue, or the domain, or the quota, or things aren't sending. And it's like, all right, I learned my lesson when we had a client. The domain was purchased on 123 Reg. They were hosted on SiteGround, but the email was BT Internet, not even BT Open World. It was BT Internet. And if for those of you that understand emails and all of that, BT Internet was from the 1995-96 era. Okay, they switched to Open World around 2001. BT Internet, right? Oh my God. 3 hours on the phone I was to BT to try and get the flipping domain email host solution sorted out. And it wasn't just your MX, SPF, flipping records. Anyway, oh yeah, and that, and the pop free details about, I mean, look, all of this. I mean, this is something I get, like, obviously with legacy clients, we've provided it when we were hosting, and when I don't provide that service now. And then, like, you send them the instructions so they can add it to their phone or their computer, and you give them the instructions and they can't do it. And then you're on the phone with them, right? Now click here and add this in. Now add in the pop free. Oh, can't do the pop free. Can't do that. It's gonna pop my email. You go, no. Okay, and then you might have some that do the IMAP. Woo, IMAP. Is that Apple? Is that why it's called IMAP? No, it's nothing to do with Apple. It's just IMAP. Why can't I use Google Map? No, it's not map. It's just the email we need to get sorted out. And some people just don't get it, right? They just don't get it. Look, everyone, I'm now going to drop off. Many thanks for turning up. I say that in a nice way. It sounded really rude, that turning up, but many thanks for being here. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to go and check out our other videos. For those of you that are wondering, okay, you may have noticed I put out a 53-second video about how to use Elementor in less than 60 seconds. I'm just trying something out. I have no intention of doing 60-second videos like that. I was just trying it out, okay? Just for fun, really. Could I even pull it off? I think I pulled it off, but do let me know, okay? If anyone was traumatized by my cookie bot video with the first 2 or 3 seconds where I spat out, hey, you're quite lucky we don't have 3D video for YouTube. Or maybe we do. Maybe we need to explore that, right? Can you imagine if we start to do 3D YouTube videos? You now click here and you now drag and drop and throw things on its screen. Okay, I'm now going to say goodbye. I am starving. I'm really hungry, and then I have to go and sort some stuff out. And I've got some other video ideas. And like I said, I'm trying to get as many done before the summer holidays, because during the summer holidays from school, my production rate goes like this. Meow. Not just because I'll be doing other stuff and holidays and things, but when my son is home, and Paul will understand this more when his lovely son grows up a bit more. But for anyone that's got kids, when you're trying to create videos, right, meow, when it's summer holiday time, it is not fun. Well, it is fun, but not really fun. All right, take care, everyone. Catch you all soon. I'm now going to say goodbye. Love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon.